Hello, everyone. Hello. That's because food makes us happy, right? It makes us happy for so many reasons, and it's just so delicious, and it's important that we all have it. Providing food for people should not be a controversial issue, right? Making sure that people have the food and the sustenance and the nourishment that they need to live healthy, productive lives should not be a controversial issue, nor should it be a partisan issue, because this is something that transcends everyone's life, no matter where you live, no matter what part of the state, no matter your background. Having access to good quality food is critical. And there are so many incredible advocates and organizations that are here that are fighting for so many incredible programs that we as a state have determined are priorities. It's now up to us to make sure that those priorities actually work in the way that they're intended to, that they're actually funded at the level to ensure that people have access to the programs that we have identified as priorities and necessities for people across the state. Nourish New York is an incredible program that was born out of the pandemic that solved two major issues. Folks who didn't have food and didn't have good quality food, didn't have access to it, and farmers who were dumping milk and whose produce were quite literally dying on the vine because their markets had dried up overnight. Making sure that we can get that food to the communities that need it is a no-brainer. And that's what Nourish New York is, and that's why we are fighting to expand it and increase the dollars so that every food bank across the state and every community has access to the incredible rich food that we grow here in our state. New York is an ag state, and what that means is New York is a food state. We grow some of the best food in the country. And so making sure that we support our farmers to continue to grow that food, and that people, even if they live in an ag community, may not have access to good quality food, right? Making sure that we can close those gaps is critical. So funding Nourish and HipNap at $75 million is the first way to do that. Making sure that as we expand the Universal School Meals Program, making sure that the food that is in our schools is farm fresh food for all of our kids so that they can not just not be hungry in school, but they can be nourished and their brains can be fed and their bodies can be fed so that they can excel in learning in the classroom. And they can excel in building social and emotional relationships with people. They can excel in either sports or their after-school activity, right? That starts with the food that they're given, and that starts with the food that they're given in our schools. So expanding the Farm to School program to include breakfast and to increase that reimbursement so we can actually build those relationships with our upstate farms and our schools across the state is critical. And then expanding the SNAP benefit is a no-brainer. If we have SNAP, we have to make sure people can actually use it and can actually go to the store to buy the food that they need. And as we're watching an onslaught on this program and so many others at the federal level, it's up to us to make sure that we're standing up for working New Yorkers and New York families across our state. If the federal government will not stand with us, we have to do it. And so I thank you all for being on the front lines of this fight, because there is no fight more important than making sure that our people are fed. So thank you. We will continue to fight for all of these incredible programs because now is the time to make sure that we are actually delivering on the promises that we have made to folks across our state. Thank you all so much for being here.